Well, good evening, everybody. Back in the news shed one more time here at Linglestown Gazette. Again, my name is Bill Bostic. I'm the publisher, a longtime publisher, all the way back to 2006. And I started my professional journalism career 2003. Can you believe it? Have a great show lined up for you tonight. And one of the things before we get into the action, you, the viewer, are going to be the star of the show once we get going. And for those who are here already, it looks like, okay, we'll just hold on to this. We'll have to wait for a few people to come on here. We're going to give you a web address to go to. You can actually log in, type your name in, and we'll see you that you've logged in. We'll bring you on. So again, this is Linglestown Gazette Live. And what we'll do here is I'm going to bring my co-host in, Anthony Cristillo of Colonial Park. Yep. Good seeing you, Anthony.
Yeah, it's great to be seen.
Absolutely. And it looks like I won't be seen tomorrow morning. I got a PP&L inspection for my solar panels. I may be able to come over for a few minutes, right?
Your wife's retired. Can't she handle that? You come over. Tell her you got time with the boys.
Yeah. It doesn't work that way, Anthony.
Oh, okay. All right.
But we're going to start out tonight with our business spotlight. And let's give a rounding applause. We're in a great introduction to our title sponsor, Jason Myers. Jason, welcome to the Linglestown Gazette Live.
How you doing, Jason?
Good, sir. How are you?
Good.
So it's always good to have you on here for the second time now. Why don't you just tell the folks exactly what you do with Blue Line Pools and Outdoor Living, based there along North Mountain Road in Linglestown.
Blue Line, we specialize in custom in-ground swimming pools. That has kind of spearheaded our business right now. We started as primarily a hardscape company, doing patios and fire pits, and I don't want to say your run-of-the-mill outdoor projects, but COVID, as I stated, the last time I think I was on here, that really changed the game when it came to people's wishes and what they really aspired to have in their backyard, I think.
Okay.
And pools really became a thing of, and I think you guys have touched on this many a times. I mean, you look at the state of some community pools, unfortunately, that with funding and things like that, it's hard for them to operate, right? Certain country clubs have experienced maybe some financial diffithe's and then maybe decided to, now they're packed, right? There's a lot of people in there. So the average homeowner is looking for their own retreat in their backyard. So pools became a very heavy thing for us that we decided to say, like, let's focus on the pool thing. With most pools comes some kind of patio or outdoor kitchen, fire pits, things like that. And as of today, it has really been the staple of our company right now.
Well, let's take a look at some of the things you sent over to me. You can describe some of these projects. I'm not sure if I'm going to get them in the right order, but here's one that you sent over to me today that you recently did.
Yeah, that job, the homeowner did not have a patio at all.
Okay.
Look to stamp concrete today. Just my project manager is watching right now. She'll probably shake her head in disgust. But we love pavers and hardscaping, right? Concrete is not really our friend. However, we've gotten very good at being able to produce a product that financially is a good medium between plain concrete and pavers, so you get stamped concrete. This project here is one of our custom jobs right now that is going to be the showcase for our business. That there's a sunken fire pit. It's a custom pool that's right behind it there. Some of the new product from Teco Block, the pavers.
Those are the colored ones. Is that what you're referring to?
Everything that you see there in that photo, from the wall block to the caps to the pavers, to the little brick around the fire pit, that is all Teco product.
Okay.
That is sharp.
Teco friendly company.
No, this looks great.
Yeah, that was a great job that we did. It was tied with a monster pool. To this day, probably the second largest pool that we've ever done. But that was a pavilion with an outdoor fireplace. Again, pavilions and fireplaces, that term, the outdoor living space, is so popular today. People are looking for a place to kind of, cozy in after their home.
There's a pool project.
That was the same one you just saw there first. That is another
Okay.
view of that project. In that section there where it looks like just sporadic pavers, that'll all be turf inlaid in
Okay.
there. That I'm very excited for that one to get.
Oh, wow. So you're going to have turf. Okay. That's neat.
Yeah, the turf inlay is a good thing. There's another view of the opposite side of what we saw there earlier. That's the other side coming down towards the outdoor bathroom. That gray or black block there that you see on the left is going to be a new kitchen.
Oh, wow.
That'll be there. So, yeah.
Then one more I think I have, Jason. I guess, we saw that one. Okay. I think we've gone through all of them now. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
But you also, if someone wants a more basic project, lower end project, you do those too, right?
Oh, 100%. I think that, being able to play to anyone's, budget, if you will, right, is the key. I treat everybody's job the same. To them, that is the top scale to them. And to us, we treat it the same way we would any other job, right? To be honest with you, these custom jobs are great. They photograph well and everybody loves them, but they're just a nightmare, when it really comes down to it, of all the moving parts and the pieces and the time it takes to really do one of those. I get quite excited when somebody's like, "Hey, just get me a nice brushed patio of concrete." It makes me excited anymore. So,
well, you have to talk to Anthony. He's got to get rid of that blow up pool in the backyard. He's got to do something.
I think it's time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking with Jason Myers. Jason Myers of Blue Line Pools and Outdoor Living, our title sponsor in 2026. So we really appreciate that. And just as a wrap up, why don't you tell folks how they can get in touch with you, the best way of reaching Blue Line Pools and Outdoor Living?
Obviously with our office here now, we're right at 621 North Mountain Road here in Lower Paxton Township. We are a very friendly business in here. We have someone here during the office pretty much from 8 to 3:30, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So if someone is looking to stop in and needs to get a liner replaced in her pool or wants to look at some hardscape products, someone is always here that way.
Okay.
Telephone number, we have our business phone number, the 223-240-1622. You can reach us through Facebook, through Messenger, email. Our email address is info@bluelinehs.com. Honestly, it's any of those ways work. It's been great having the shop here in the township. Some people are starting to notice it a little bit. And we've had just some people randomly pop in, which is just, baffling to me because I never expected the business to have an office where people could stop in. So it's been great. It really has.
Yeah. And we also, just one last thing, we found out before the show, if you put Blue Line, like @Blue Line, you're going to get a company from Du Bois. So you got to put @Blue Line Pools, the and sign, and Outdoor Living.
Yeah. Again, we brushed on that earlier. It's not too sure how that ended up, but we've had some issues now. I just experienced it today, so I'm not too sure. I'm not computer savvy when it comes to figuring that kind of stuff out. Maybe I'm not paying enough.
No. I think you're doing fine. There's nothing wrong except that company has Blue Line. So if you put Blue Line, it comes a Blue Line Pool shows up. That's not you.
Nope. So, you got to get the outdoor living part of it.
Yeah, and sign Outdoor Living.
And there's now Blue Line Fleet Services.
That's true. Yes, we did start Blue Line Fleet Services, which is actually based out of this office as well. We got into the automotive side of things. I think we primarily would specialize in diesel kind of services. Our lead mechanic came from a diesel mechanic shop, and he is now with us full time. So,
oh, wow.
He is able to do anything. He's been dropping transmissions in cars, and we do state inspections. We do all those things right here in house. So we're slowly trying to get that kind of moving. So
took care of my backhoe.
Is it still working?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Good.
Yeah, good. Jason, you could send over artwork, whatever, for the automotive stuff, and I'll gladly promote that as well.
I appreciate that very much. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for stopping by tonight. I know you have a busy schedule, so we'll let you get back to what you need to be doing.
Thank you, gentlemen. Appreciate it
See
very
you,
much.
Jason.
All
Have
right,
a good
guys.
night.
Thank
See ya.
you.
All right, Anthony.
Yep.
Always good to have Jason on. I mean, I
Yeah.
liked him the moment I met him. I sort of walked in there after you gave me introduced me indirectly and introduced
Yeah.
myself. We had a fine talk right from the beginning.
He's a great guy. He's got a great business.
Yeah. And we're going to move into our icebreaker. And I don't know if you have anything. I have a couple things I could share with you from the weekend.
Go ahead.
My wife and I escaped to what do they call that? Virginia is for lovers or something like that.
Oh, yeah. That's right. How did that trip go?
Excellent. I tell you, I found this guy on the internet that talks politics that I can relate to. And it turns out he's in the western part of Virginia, right up on the West Virginia line. I mean, the mountains out there are much higher than what we have here, like 4,000 feet. We're probably around 1,000 with Blue Mountain.
Yeah.
Back behind me. And this is the place we stayed at. It was called Virginia Backcountry Cabins. They're like tiny. They're smaller than tiny homes. The small buildings you see out front are actually the bathrooms.
That's pretty neat.
We stayed on the one in the on the right. It was what they call the hiker's cabin. Each one, they have 10 cabins. Each one's decorated in its own theme. So the guy who owns it, along with his wife, used to work for 60 Minutes. He was a war correspondent for 30 years.
Wow.
Yeah. Barbara and I got to hear some of his war stories, which are very interesting.
How many of those cabins are on the property?
10, and they're going to be adding more.
Wow.
Yeah. Here's the general area that we were at, the kind of scenery you have. This is in Monterey, West Virginia.
Okay.
It's the county seat of Highland County. And this is a scene that I took yesterday while hiking on a trail, the Shenandoah Mountain Trail. So you can see how the mountains are a little bit different than Blue Mountain here in Lower Paxton.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. And then I guess one of the last things would be on the way home, I had someone rear end me.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. And I think it was Hendersonville or something like that. I was getting on 81, came up to a stop sign. I actually had to brake a little bit because things were backing up, but I didn't I wasn't on top of it right away. I had no problems, but then I looked at my rear view mirror. This woman's coming right at me. Turn out the lights.
How bad?
No, it's just cosmetic. So I already
but your neck hurts, right?
Yeah. In fact,
And the back? Your back hurts?
I asked Ollie Schminke to go out and get me one of those cervical collars.
Yeah, you don't look well.
And I'm going to be calling the Sevens tomorrow.
Yeah, well, that's who you call.
The Freeburn law firm to see what happens.
You screwed up because if it were me that was hit, I'd still be laying on the road down there.
The lady was so apologetic. She's a very nice lady who hit me. So
yeah,
maybe we'll go down and visit her sometime. I don't know.
Yeah, I doubt it.
The last thing I got a idea for a trip for you.
For me?
Yeah, one of the other cabin owners went by the name, not an owner, but someone who was staying at the resort. It was called Wren, like a bird, right? Well, she walked this property and found all kinds of great birds. And I know a great spot, Anthony, on Fort Indian Town Gap Reservation. I'd like to host you for a bird watching session, and along with some other Gazette followers.
Yeah. What do you think the chances of me going sitting and bird watching? You're out of your mind. I'm not going to watch.
What about floating down the Juniata River fishing?
No,
would you do that?
No.
Okay.
I'm not doing anything fun. I'll go to Gabriella's.
Okay. All right. That's fine. I do want to mention, Anthony, did you read the first edition of the Linglestown Gazette Bulletin?
I haven't, and I've been swamped. I didn't even go to coffee this morning or church. I went right up to the dump site by 6:45 this morning, and I got home about a little after 5. We've been swamped with a big job coming in, and
no, I get it.
So
it's that time of year.
Yeah.
Just a couple of sponsor mentions before we move on. Riverview Clean Fill, that's Anthony's company up in just south of Halifax. What do you say? How far from Harrisburg? Or
15 minutes from Lower Paxton, 3 miles up on 147 from the Clarks Ferry Bridge.
There you go. And then Sharon Stump is our local State Farm agent. She's a partner of Linglestown Gazette. I want to give her a mention.
Yep.
And then we're going to move over to saying, again, we want people to participate in the show. So if you put in tinyurl.com/Gazette Talk, open up a new browser and put that in. Mm-hmm. Okay. And it will take you to the, sign-in page for this show. So all you have to do is click on the show, and they'll have you type in your name. Right, you've done it before, Anthony.
Yeah.
You just type in your name, and then that's all you do, I think, right?
Yeah, I think so. And type in the name, and then that's where you want people to submit comments, right?
Well, that's where they can come on the air with us and actually talk to us.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
So if someone wants to do that, we can have up to 8 or 9, well, I guess 8 people in addition to ourselves. Now, we're going to do it one by one.
Yeah, it'd be nice to get people to start coming on and asking questions or making comments. And
yeah, you're welcome to make comments. Yeah.
Unlike John Campbell, we want your public comment.
Now, we'll
do it at the beginning of the show.
Let's not put words in John's mouth, but
no, but just watch the meetings.
Well, speaking of John Campbell, that's the chairperson of Lower Paxton Township Supervisors. We're going to talk about the meeting tomorrow night.
Yeah,
Lower Paxton Township Supervisors will be in a workshop session, as they call it.
Yeah,
and unfortunately, it's not really a workshop for the most part, short of one item. I mean, it's pretty much just standard business. 2 things to mention. 2. Can you see my 2?
Yeah, I almost dozed off. What's on the agenda for the meeting?
Well, 2 things worth mentioning. One is there's going to be an engineer there early in the meetings. This is presentations under presentations. The first one, an engineer by the name of Chris Mesner. He's going to be talking about a proposed traffic light on Mountain Road at the I-81 southbound off-ramp. That's the one where all the accidents take place. So they're going to be talking about, I believe this is something that John Jeem had started. He started this conference. This is a former interim supervisor from last year. Okay. He started a conversation with PennDOT about this intersection.
All right.
I think township officials had mentioned it before, but I think John moved it along. Mm-hmm. And so now we're at this point where they're actually presenting a plan, I guess, it's probably information, what they're working on, the timing, all that kind of thing. They're going to update the supervisors on that. And there's a couple other just regular old business things, but I guess the featured event would be a discussion of the proposed revisions, Anthony, to the public comment guidelines. Also,
they're going to have, they're going to roll out what they're looking to change.
Yeah, and I reviewed it. It's 1, 2, 3. It's actually like 3.5 pages long.
Oh my gosh! What do they? What do they want to do?
They really wouldn't have to do this if it's not only John, but other supervisor or chair people would know how to run a meeting.
Yeah,
they wouldn't have to do this, but they lay it out in great detail.
Oh my gosh!
It gives the secretary, in this case, Robin Lindsay's our secretary. She can establish a sign-in sheet of some sort when you come in and you want to comment. They may require you to sign in. That gives her
that now.
What's that?
There's a sign-in sheet.
Yeah,
now.
But that's just attendance. That's just they're wondering who's attending.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so they could have. And the school board, Central Office School Board does this. Yeah, it's no big deal. If you want to get scheduled, I think you have to contact Robin through email 3 days in advance to get on, actually be scheduled to speak.
Okay.
Sometimes Eric Kessler does that right now. And really, it's just, I think the biggest thing is, I think in the they have some sort of resolution they may pass tomorrow night, and there's a comment in there that this is not a Q&A session. You're not supposed to be quizzing, questioning the supervisors. It's for you to make comments.
Oh, okay.
So, and you have to direct your comments to the chairperson.
Okay.
And the supervisors are absolutely not required to respond to anything you say. I mean, they have that option, which is pretty much standard.
Yeah.
So, but if a supervisor
he's just upset because listen, just tell him they're changing these rules because of me.
Well, no, not only you, other people too, over the course of months.
But I've really been pressing him hard.
Yeah, and so you're going to have to rephrase how you go about things differently. You know, instead of saying, Jeopardy. Instead of addressing a supervisor directly, you're going to say, "I recommend that supervisor ABC does this, that, or the other thing." And
I recommend that Charles Stewart and his nonprofit pay their bill that's due.
That's what you're going to have to do. And they can just sit there.
I recommend that you let me hear from the solicitor that you talk to them. And Campbell, he won't let me. I just want an answer. That's all.
Did you ever go to a school board meeting?
No, I don't want. No. Okay, and I know how they do it there.
Yeah,
I know how it's done.
Yeah,
and yes, I have gone to school board meetings. Yes.
Yeah, and so I spoke numerous times at school board meetings over the last decade, right? And they rarely respond. They just listen.
No.
So it doesn't have to get, at Lower Paxton over the last so many months, it's been back and forth battles, verbal battles, accusations, fingers pointed. That's not what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
So they're just formalizing it. Really, there's nothing outrageous here. It's just that.
Well, I have something to bring up tomorrow night.
Okay, go ahead.
And it's, I'd asked a couple weeks ago about the DCED report, the report that's due by the end of
state report. Yeah.
State report. When was that due?
April 1, I think you said.
April 1 it was due. Okay, so
it's a financial report, right?
Yeah, and then they finally, Mike Gosher said that they'll have it done hopefully by June.
Mm-hmm.
And as far as he told us, there's no penalty for that. That's fine. But there's also another report that's due by June 30th. And I'm curious to find out if they are going to have meet this deadline. This is a much more detailed report. Just to go back, the DCED report that's to be done.
Hey, Mike Cleary, I have you here. We'll get you on after Anthony's done talking about the financial report that's overdue.
So the one that was due April 1st is a very simple report. It's almost like a cut and paste from year to year. From what I'm told, it's it's not that hard of a report to do. The one that's due June 30th is a more detailed report. It's the financial reports statements for the bond for the township.
Yeah, township has many bonds.
Yeah, so this financial statement report is due June 30th. Is that going to be done in time? I'm curious to hear the answer to that.
Yeah, you'll be able to make that comment. Just say, I want to know at the appropriate time.
Because although there is no penalty for that not being done on time, there are things that the township could lose out on, numerous items. So it is, and this is a more detailed report. It goes to a couple different people and for audits and whatnot. So
I tell you what, you're impressing the heck out of me. I mean, I never even knew these reports were due, and you're coming in here telling me all this stuff that I don't even know, and I'm supposed to be the expert.
Yeah, I can't take all the credit. I'll just leave it at that.
You have someone coaching you.
Yeah, okay. I'm just a dumb dirt guy.
Hey, Mike Cleary, let's bat him to the stage. Mike, we don't see you. Can we hear you?
I don't know. Can you hear me?
We can hear you. Can you hear him, Anthony?
Yep, I can hear him. Yeah, I can't see him.
That's okay. No problem. You don't have to come
I guess there's a way to put the video on. I'm not sure. But in any event, thanks for having me. I just heard your instructions here for getting to this particular page. I was going through the YouTube page before.
Okay. All right.
But anyway, I've been checking in on the township meetings, I don't know, over the last 4 or 5 months, and getting more interested with what's going on. I was curious, Anthony. I mean, you just mentioned the audited financial statements. I've been on that for a while. I've been on the monthly financial statements. The township had been posting on their website their actual statement of operations against their budget each month.
Yeah.
Okay.
And suddenly last April, they stopped posting them.
Right.
And I know they had some issues, with their finance department.
Yes.
I guess they lost a number of folks there.
Right.
So I did. So anyway, they posted October. So they posted nothing between April and October. Then they posted October, and then they had posted nothing since then. And I reached out to Kate Scheib, who I guess is treasurer.
Right.
And she said she'd check into it, which had me a little curious. I guess that means, since she had to check into it, that the supervisors haven't seen any of these financials for, almost a year. There was one statement out there in the past year. So here are people who were just elected. I don't know. I'm a finance guy by background. I know I'd be looking into. I'd like to know what the township's financial situation looks like.
Oh,
and apparently none of them have looked at it, because Kate had to check into it. She was very good, I'll say, in getting back to me to say that they were not yet done. Now, just recently, she posted December 2025, which is a good thing. That gives you the full year results, actual expenses compared to budget.
Right.
But there's nothing. I mean, if you go out on the website, go to the financial department, where they have the links, the financial reports, there is nothing out there for 2026.
Okay.
So if this goes on for another meeting or two, I'll likely be showing up to say.
Yeah, that's concerning that they don't post anything for 2026, and we're into May.
I think how are these supervisors managing or understanding where we are? I mean, this is the general fund, $30 million of expenditures.
Right.
And the detailed report gives you everything by department. Parks and Rec. It gives you the sewer and the. I mean, how do these guys know where things stand? How do they know that the money they spend is even budgeted? So when Anthony, my other question was on the. I mean, if these aren't available, where's the audit? Because that, I guess is going to take a priority. So, Anthony, you heard something about the audited financials being delayed?
No. So my question to them, because the DCED reports were not filed on time in April, and they're not going to get to working on that and filing it until June. There's a larger financial statements related to the bonds that's due June 30th. I'm sure that's going to have to be delayed. And I'll find out tomorrow night. I'm going to ask that question. Is that now going to affect that report being done by June 30th, since they couldn't get the simpler one done for April 1st, which is more of it's a very just simple report.
not having your audits done on time, I would think is a red flag for Moody's and the like. And I think those bond issuances have financial covenants that require these audited financials.
Yeah, they usually don't get any of those issues during public meetings. I mean, what you see them do is the treasurer goes over the bills that have to be paid, and they approve those. In the past, you would have these workshop meetings like on Tuesday night that's scheduled. Many times it was a different manager. They would periodically go over the finances as far as how do we do the first quarter and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
We have a fairly new manager and a brand new finance director. So I think they're in transition. And
but Bill, all due respect, that's really no excuse. I mean,
I know.
Yeah.
So it's Anthony. I can't be at Tuesday night's meeting. I'm actually recording a session here to play at another show. So you add that to your list, man.
You still there, Mike?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay. So, I'm just going to ask the question if they're going to meet the deadline on the financial statements for the bonds.
No questions allowed. This isn't a Q&A, Anthony.
Yeah. Well, I'm just going to I'll pose the comment.
But you recommend they get those audited
I
statements
recommend,
out there.
yeah. I'll have to word it in such a way that it's not a
Being
question.
the conscientious taxpayer that you are.
Do you have any other issues, Mike, to bring up tonight?
So I want to ask Mike something.
Okay, sure.
I want his opinion.
There you go.
And you don't have to agree with me, but where do you stand in your opinion, having a financial background, on the Stewart and his nonprofit owing money?
Yeah, I'm a little torn on it. I mean, he's got to be smarter than that. He's got to be better than this. I went out and pulled their Form 990, the PAL Form 990.
Yeah.
And the latest one that I could find was, I think, from 2022 or 2023. I can't remember.
I think it was 23.
They had $100,000. They had $100,000 in the bank.
Yeah.
$100,000, and he's not going to pay his taxes. That's incredible. But
it's not a tax.
Fee. It's a fee.
It's a stormwater fee, but
it's a fee. Right, yeah. It's a fee. But still, $100,000, and he won't pay a $5,000. But anyway, look, I'm kind of the mind of let the process run its course. I mean, if there's any funny business behind the scenes, that obviously is a problem. But if it's in collections and collections is following their normal process, and getting after them the way they get after everybody else, then
we'll find out. We'll find out on May 26th. May 26th.
Oh, is that right?
The authority meets on the 26th.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So someone can pose that question then, and put the authority board on notice that we want to know we want this resolved. Really, that's what good it comes down to.
I mean, I it's bad form on his part, and I guess the remedy is the voters vote him out, kind of thing. But yeah.
So Mike, that's awesome. I'm glad Mike was our first one to join.
Yeah, you're first. You should win some sort of prize. You're our first guest.
Well, you guys do a good job, and Bill,
Thanks,
I appreciate the updates you give on the mall and the
you.
land development off of Colonial Road. That's interesting too. You got a lot of good stuff there. I'm also looking at some pension investment. But I'm early on that. I filed a right to know to get some of that information out of the town.
Oh, good.
You're a watchdog. I appreciate that.
Well.
Well, thanks for stopping by tonight, Mike.
Yeah, you bet.
Thanks,
My pleasure.
Mike.
Thanks for the stuff you guys do. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
All right. And we'll put this back up again. This is just what Mike did. He put that in a new tab on his browser and got in. I think when you hit enter, it takes you out to the website, and you just have to type your name in. I'll see that you're logged in, and I'll bring you on.
I think something comes up and it says allow mic and video.
Yeah.
You hit allow, and that way you can whatever. Any other comments being typed?
No comments. I do want to mention a couple other sponsors that we have. Here's another one. That's the wrong one. I'm going to have to get rid of that.
Show's over.
Delete that. Show's over. No problem. Delete. All right. I wanted to bring up this one. Panacea Healing Arts. They just had an article they posted about. Actually, they work on your feet to make you feel better. I don't know all the terminology, but it's on Linglestown Gazette. And I have another story from them to bring up. It's all about helping you feel better, Anthony, be healthier, and not sort of non-traditional ways, but some of those non-traditional ways like massage and other things really help people out.
Tell you what helps me out.
What's that?
The Fat Man drink at Gabriella's. That's on the menu now. That's on the drink menu.
Okay.
Do yourself a favor and have one. Guaranteed you'll feel better.
And Brian Marriott's Power Washing Company, they have videos on Facebook now showing you what they do. I mean, Brian knows what he's doing. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, you have to know what you're doing when you're power washing, or else when you're done, you're going to have a screwed up looking house. I can tell you that right now.
Yeah. So that's
you needed power washing done, didn't you? Don't do it on your
own. I'm gonna get Brian out here to give me a quote.
Yeah.
Okay. And I did want to. I think I didn't post it. Oh shoot! I didn't put it up there. I was going to show you the damage to my car. I have 3 different spots now, Anthony. I need to get my car fixed from a body shop.
Yeah. So
I screwed up. I actually made a mistake today.
Do you
Screwed it
have
up.
backup sensors on that?
I have a mirror, a screen that I can see.
Yeah, so that's going to be an expensive fix today.
No, it didn't. It was just cosmetic.
Yeah,
It
but you
it
have
didn't
to have
hit the
that.
camera.
Seriously, you got to have that looked at because it's up underneath a lot of
Yeah.
times. You got to, I see a huge lawsuit here. I'm gonna get a hold of Dick Freeburn. You see those billboards of him with those sunglasses and leather jacket he's wearing. He looks tough to me. He can handle a case.
Yeah, I'm sure he could handle the case. We're gonna move over to sports, Anthony. Girls softball team.
How are they doing?
They played their last regular season game tonight against Lower Dauphin over in Hummelstown. I don't know what the score was. Coming into tonight, they were 15-2.
Wow.
10-1 in the conference, so they're probably going to win the conference. They did suffer a defeat. They traveled to Bethlehem and last week, and they played Freedom High School. Great game, 14-12. They lost.
Wow.
That ended the Rams' 13-game winning streak. So, anyways, I'm looking forward to the playoffs, and hopefully they advance to the state tournament. That would be great. I mean,
that'd be great.
They're a solid team, no doubt. And when it comes to sports, the last thing would be, I did talk briefly to Linglestown Gazette sports director, Joe Gilloway.
Oh, Joe.
Yeah, and we're going to just do some preliminary checking to see if we can get students to actually help us out with high school sports.
Yeah, I thought, didn't he do that years ago?
No. Well, he had some interns helping him, but
yeah.
We're talking about having them actually report, write little write-ups, do maybe short videos, whatever.
Yeah, you should be able to get that done working with the school.
I have contacts with through Joe and myself. We know
Coach Mack,
the athletic director, Coach Mack, the principal. We know all those people. So I just have to get on the stick and get it done. So hopefully that can happen. Upcoming events. I got a flyer here from the township. July 5th, the township now is having the 250th PA Star Spangled Banner Spectacular.
Where's that at?
Heroes Grove. It's going to be from 4 to 8 p.m. It's a free event. And they're going to have the Lower Paxton Variety Band, probably your favorite band, I would imagine. Susquehanna Dance Academy, Freedom Guard and Dance. I can't wait to go see Freedom Guard and Dance. And the Colin Alvarez Band. They're going to be part of that show.
What is that, a Saturday, July 5th?
Sunday. I believe it's Sunday.
Oh,
let me check.
No, I'm busy that day.
Yeah, Sunday, 4 to 8.
I'm busy.
Okay. Too bad. You're going to miss that, Anthony.
Yeah.
I think I already did all the sponsor mentions. If you want to join us, we're still looking for people to join us. Come on. Or put a comment, for gosh sake.
Put a comment, for goodness sakes. Tony Dare.
Take your best shot at us. I mean, that's really what we're asking you to do.
Come on and tell me how much of an idiot I am or something. Yell at me. Tell me you don't like something.
New news.
Oh,
thank you. You did it. Bengal kittens. We have an update on the Bengal kittens.
That's an old sign, right?
Yeah, actually, after we mentioned this and talked to that man, it suddenly disappeared. I don't know who took it down.
Yeah, imagine that.
But they do have a billboard, we're told, and that someone sent me evidence over by Walmart and what's that road? 322? Was that
Grayson Road?
Yeah.
Grayson Road.
So yeah, they do have a billboard. They have a good-looking website.
Well, they should at $2,000 a cat, and they're having 6 at a time. Yeah,
and one I'll call her an unofficial Gazette watchdog, sent me detailed information. She's alleging, I have not verified this, that the Pennsylvania Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals. I spent all morning trying to learn how to say that. They visited Rhonda's Pets out in West Hanover Township. That's where this sign you're looking at. That's who we talked to them last week.
Okay.
They were visited by the PSPCA about having too many breeding cats.
Oh, really?
But I checked into it, Anthony. The agriculture department here in Pennsylvania does highly regulate dog breeding.
Yeah.
Not so much for cats. And so
we should get into this business.
You want to mess around with cats?
No, we'll figure out a way to where we don't have to mess around with them. But $2,000 and 6 at a time.
Yeah. Well, suddenly then after the PSPCA visited Rhonda's Pets, her daughter over on the West Shore started Huffman Furry Family.
Okay. So
they're selling cats.
Okay.
Yeah, they're selling cats too. But the only thing we have on them, and it seems to be a legitimate business. The only thing I can check on is see if they're within the zoning regulations out of West Hanover. You're using our utility poles to post yours. That's the only thing we really.
Yeah.
So
we don't care. We don't care.
We're going to be
Hopefully
monitoring.
they're doing the right thing with the animals. I don't know anything about that, but leave those signs. Stop littering the township with the stupid
Can you add
signs.
that to the list to ask the township to bring back a part-time employee to monitor all signs, not just.
They used to have somebody years ago.
They did.
That would go around and check
Kirby.
on the.
Kirby
Yeah.
Keller told me that's what they had.
Kirby
Lentz.
Yeah.
Yes.
Go around because I'm gonna tell you something. The couple vacant properties, the diners that are vacant.
Mm-hmm.
The old Jonestown Diner, that
Yeah.
grass is knee high now. Who takes care of cutting the grass and making sure that property's kept up? It's a mess.
Yeah, and now the sort of the last thing we're going to talk about here.
Oh, can I one more new thing?
Yeah.
They started today the construction on Nyes Road, so that everybody knows there's
What
a
are they
detour,
doing?
and the Viola's doing some water line work down at the other end of Nyes Road, so there's some temporary stoplights in.
Is that down towards Union Deposit Road?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's temporary stoplights in. Just be aware of that. There's detours set up. So
Anthony, my neck is really bothering me.
I told you.
It does. It's really creaky.
How many fingers am I holding up?
One.
You've got a case. I'm calling the sevens.
Come on, someone else get on here. tinyurl.com/Gazette Talk. Let's talk.
Let's talk. Come on. I want somebody that's not so nice to come on and yell.
Okay, I think we're gonna wrap up. Yes, we are,
right.
with the Prohl property
Oh,
off of Colonial Road.
well, that's getting a lot of action.
140 acres. And by the way, the Prohl home, I don't know exactly, this old home here that Sandy had and lived in is not part of the property that's being earmarked for development. That's protected. It's on its own parcel, and the Mission Land Company based here in Lower Paxton Township does not own that. So
they didn't get they didn't get that house.
No. But here's the outline of the property we're talking about. And did you take a look at any of the comments about this sort of oasis in the middle of or the edge of Colonial Park?
Yeah. I know. So I know who the developer is. Okay,
Right.
I can assure you
Mission Land Company.
Yeah, and the homes that are put up through that company, the builders that build in their developments, they're beautiful homes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll just say that they're beautiful homes. I mean, you have some of the top home builders building in the developments that these guys have bought.
Yeah, Mission Land Company, like a lot of these companies, come in, purchase the land, work it through the township regulations to get everything set up, and then they bring builders in to actually construct them.
Yeah, and they're nice, rolling homes. I know builds in those developments. Fox build homes. I mean, they're nice big homes.
Yeah, Mission Land Company has a Facebook page and also a web page. You can check them out.
Farmcrest is one of their developments.
Where's that at?
Off Hornerstown Road.
South Hanover Township, probably.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, see, the one thing people are saying, we have to save this property. We just say no, you can't do it. But the thing is, no one should be surprised this property has been sold. First of all, it's been probably zoned for residential development for 2 decades or more. It's built into our comprehensive plan
Yeah.
and our zoning regulations. And that's nothing new. It's just been, and then the prior owner, the last owner, Sandy Prohl, who sadly died about a year ago, she tried to peddle it during her life, not too many years ago, Traditions of America.
Yeah.
A 55 plus community builder. They have one over in the West Shore, not too far away from Cumberland Valley High School. And I toured it whenever they came in and talked to the planning commission about it. And people are saying, well, they didn't follow through because there's water problems on the property. Wrong. That's not the case. They abandoned this thing because they had a clause to get out of it if they couldn't get it through the township.
Yeah.
They talked to the planning commission one night. I was there. Things didn't go well. They pretty much came in and told the planning commission what they were going to do.
Yeah, they just had a bad plan. They just
no, they just had a bad presentation. They never
bad presentation, right?
Yeah, they were trying to tell our officials here in the township what they needed to do and what they were going to do, and that meeting didn't go well. They pretty much were shouted out of the room to some degree, and they never came back. So I
saw some of the comments that there's flooding back in Devon Manor. And,
yeah, I'm sure there is. I'm sure there is.
Maybe there is. But listen, you think these developers are dumb? They know what they're doing. They're going to, if something's put in there, they'll make sure that it's done right.
Well, the other part is there's regulations from the state and federal government about wetlands. If they have wetlands in there, they can't build on those.
Yeah, they know. They know. Everyone gets all excited and starts. Listen, here's your opportunity. Go to the meetings.
Right. Well,
talking on Facebook isn't getting anything done.
Yeah, and the meeting you need to go to is the monthly planning commission meeting. That's where it's at right now. It's not the supervisors. They don't have anything to do with this at this point, just the planning commission.
Yeah.
They meet the first Wednesday of every month. The other thing that's important to realize is central Pennsylvania, even Harrisburg and even Lower Paxton Township, is a hot real estate market right now. It's one of the hottest, in fact, in the nation. And there's reasons why there. So a big piece of land like this is very valuable right at the moment in terms of developers looking at it, and that's why it's sold. Do you have any idea? Do you have any idea why? I have some information here. Why the township in our area is such a hot market? Do you have any idea?
Yeah, just in the proximity to how close we are to everything. New York City, Philadelphia,
that's part of
Pittsburgh.
Well, the other part is those metropolitan areas, we're still have reasonably priced homes, even though I wouldn't want to buy one today, but there's compared to other markets, we're still
absolutely. Absolutely.
I don't know if this is correct, but what I got off of the internet says, while national home prices remain high, the Harrisburg median, this is the middle, the $152,000 is the median. So half the homes are more than that. Half the homes are less than that. That's the median right in the middle. And that is drastically lower than the national median. Mm-hmm. And our cost of living compared to other areas is good. In our community, even though there's a lot of building has gone on over the last 2-3 decades, it's still a very nice community. You have a mix of places like Linglestown, Colonial Park, and then other developments that are spread around the township. And our schools are considered decent.
Great schools,
good economy. There's all kinds of reasons why people are looking here to come into this area. Because people, like you said, New York, Philly, DC, they come here and they telecommute.
Sure.
And if they have to go back to the office once, twice, 3 times a month, not a big deal. So we are one of the hottest markets, real estate markets in the nation. I mean, I've read that numerous times in recent months.
Angie even said that on the show when she was on.
Yeah. So it should be no surprise to anybody. And the last point, and this is the most important point.
I thought the other point was most important point.
I have a lot of important points, Anthony.
This
is the important point. If you live in Devon Manor or anything surrounding where this Prohl property is located, now, maybe even yesterday, would have been the best time to start getting organized as a group.
Yep.
So
talk to your neighbors.
You want to find a leader or 2 or 3 people who are willing to take a little bit of your time and get organized, hold a few meetings, and get a unified voice, what your concerns are. The last thing we need to do is have 12, 15, 19 people go up and repeat themselves time and time again. Get a unified voice.
Get a list together of what your concerns are, because I can tell you this. I'm telling you this right now. I guarantee you the developer that bought this, they listen.
Well,
those guys listen.
Evidence of that. Douglas Grove. Do you know Doug Grove?
Yes.
Doug's been on the Planning Commission for something like 20 years. He
Yeah.
said last week at the Planning Commission meeting, in his 20 years of being on the board, no developer came in before they have a plan just to get information and feedback from the Planning Commission. And then they got a lot of feedback from the residents. And I'll be recapping that on Linglestown Gazette this week.
Yeah.
They're the only ones. When our Triple Crown made some overtures to the township, but they went to the supervisors, and got some direction. So that's not bad. But these people even have done better. They came at the Planning Commission.
Well, I don't know. You know for sure Triple Crown never did that? I don't know.
I think they did seek advice and direction.
I think the Planning Commission.
Instead of the Planning Commission, they talked to the supervisors because the supervisors have the final vote. So
I don't know about that, but all I'm saying is that I know that this this company that bought they'll listen to you.
Yeah, and the last point would be, if anyone knows Stray Winds Farm, beautiful farm, 2 decades ago, and the owners passed on or whatever, and they sold the property at auction. Triple Crown bought it. The residents in Crestview got together with the help of Eric Epstein and formed Stray Winds Area Neighbors. And they interacted with Triple Crown for years to work through that and finally come up with a plan that was, they didn't know, either side probably didn't get what they wanted fully, but they worked together. So that's an example. Yeah. Stray Winds Area Neighbors, Swan, they did exactly what I'm suggesting.
Another great developer listening to people.
Absolutely. I mean, the people that you're dealing with now with the Pearl property have a business in Lower Paxton. It's not like they're from Philly or Pittsburgh or New York. They locals, and same as Triple Crown.
Yeah.
And I don't want to give anyone the impression I'm for or against development. I'm just saying there's a process here. Developers put millions of dollars on the line. There's no guarantee everything's going to work out the way they want to, and all those homes will. I mean, they're taking a huge risk.
Oh yeah.
And it's going to take them years, a year, maybe 2 years, maybe 3 years. I don't know what the time frame will be before they even, get a bulldozer in there and start chopping things up. And then,
I'm looking here at myself, and is my wife? Is she watching?
Let me see. I can't tell. She didn't comment tonight, so I don't know.
I was hoping I could get a haircut.
I think you need to go to the. Help me out. I mean, what am I supposed to take? A couple Tylenol or what? My neck is killing me.
Take 2 Tylenol and call Dick Freeburn. I'm telling you right now, you got yourself a lawsuit. Any comments?
No.
Nothing.
No comment. No.
Oh my gosh. I wish people would interact. That Mike Cleary, right?
That was a great caller.
That was a great call. He's listening. And there's a guy that, with his background in finance, he had information, that
he needs to write a column for Linglestown Gazette periodically and give us a lowdown on his findings.
I think that's a great idea. Oh, speaking of opinion pieces.
Yeah.
Mine still wasn't posted in the opinion piece that I submitted to Penn Live.
Oh, well, it's not going to be posted.
No, it's not going to be, because Joyce Davis can't stand me. She's not going to post anything that and I even sent a text to the whole group. I said, listen, Joyce, just say you're not going to post my opinion piece because you don't like me because I'm hard on our son. He was involved in some politics,
Well,
went after him.
Look for a link. Look for a link or something. We are looking for watchdogs. Speaking of Mike Cleary, people to help, just be eyes and ears for us. Not only in Lower Paxton, and we'll help you out. You just fill out the form if you have any interest at all, and we'll talk.
Yeah, you don't really have to do anything. Just submit a tip or something.
Well, yeah. I mean, we'll talk. There's a whole list of things, and the thing, Anthony, is that this isn't absolutely true, but I mean, there's this saying that all politics are local. Okay, if people aren't interested in even local politics, where they live, where they drive, where their kids go to school, they don't care about that.
This is where it matters, right here.
Well, yeah, but then that escalates up to the federal level too. They're not going to care about what's going on there. They won't vote. They won't take an interest in who's running.
Next Tuesday's is voting day.
Right, and I'll have an overview of the elections that you'll see on the ballot. I was going to do it tonight, but there's really not that many races, so I'll overview it on Linglestown Gazette.
Can I tell people who to vote for?
Well, I'll just say you can do that, but this is not the opinion of Linglestown Gazette. This is your opinion.
My opinion.
Who should we vote for, Anthony?
Scott Perry.
Okay,
for certain.
Okay.
Scott Perry.
Well, he doesn't have any competition in the primary.
Right. Well, and then whoever wins on the other side still doesn't have competition. Okay. If you look at what's there. Stacey Garrity for governor.
Again, no competition on next Tuesday.
Right. And no competition with TikTok Josh either.
Well, she's going to have to step up her fundraising. I tell you that.
Well, that's true with any, the Democrats, they have all that outside money comes in. Everyone knows about that, millions and millions of dollars. But AOC doesn't like billionaires because there's no such thing as a billionaire making money, right? You heard that comment she made?
I don't understand that.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about going out and watching birds, and you're talking to me about this stuff.
Are you gonna? So you weren't at coffee this morning then?
No.
Okay.
I was driving, getting hit in my rear end.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm hoping to make it tomorrow morning.
I'm gonna try and get over there. Everyone, thanks for stopping by. Thanks to Mike Cleary for stopping by, and hopefully, if we try this again, you'll join us. I mean, you don't have to put your face on there. You could do what Mike did. Just audio.
Here's a comment.
Okay.
One
comment.
Yeah.
Here we go. Ron Snyder says 1 point on the fireworks. What fireworks? Before the township added food trucks and bands in the early evening, there were zero issues. Right. Yeah, absolutely.
And I've said that from day one. He's right. All they had to do was say we're having fireworks and fireworks only, no food trucks, no music. And that was it. I remember when our kids were young and we drove them over there. I mean, there was a lot of people at the fireworks. You'd sit in traffic after we'd pick them up. But, and then when I was helping a friend of mine when he was running for state senator, we went over there. We saw you over there, Bill. Remember?
That was years ago. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, years ago. And it was just fireworks then, I believe. I don't think there was.
You were handing out yardsticks, as I remember.
Yardsticks when John DeSanto was running for Senate. And this Ronald Snyder's right. I mean, there was no issues. All you have to do is say, we're having fireworks, no food trucks.
Yeah, well, it's too late now. The fire company has.
And put a leash on your dog when you're walking around Coons Park, for God's sakes. Somebody else is complaining about that. Now
we're getting rolling. Anthony's getting fired up.
Put a leash on your dog at Coons Park.
I was walking my dog. I think my wife might have been walking the dog. A Doberman Pinscher or something jumped out of a car and filleted my dog's thigh.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Jumped out of the car.
Jumped out of a car and sliced open my dog's thigh.
When was this?
A few years ago.
Oh my
God!
And I
took emergency surgery. We bring
the same
her home.
one that's the original one you still have now.
No, it was an older dog, but it did happen over at Coons Park.
Yeah, Doberman Pinscher.
I don't know what it was.
Oh my gosh! Out the window.
Out the window of a car.
Holy cow!
And then my dog now my old dog got attacked in the square of Linglestown recently.
Oh my gosh! They shook him like a baby, like a rag doll.
My wife was injured. Oh my!
Oh, terrible. So Ron, you're right. I agree with you 100%. And they still haven't answered whether they're going to have a fireworks tonight.
They've answered it. They're not doing it.
Yeah, no answer is an answer.
Right, exactly. Anthony, I'm looking forward to the next week's show already.
All right, have a good weekend.
Yeah, take care, everybody.
A good week.
Good week and good weekend. And we'll see you on Monday next week, everybody. Good night.
All right, see ya.